Welcome back to Bakersfield, California, getting ready to go back to racing in event number 11 of 2014. You know, we were talking about Jesse Little earlier. He had a top 5 finish here at this race earlier this season. And for more on him, let's go back trackside to Heather.
The number 97 of Jesse Little is currently running in the 4th spot. What he's trying to do right now is trying to time Pursley on these restarts. His team came over the radio and said that being in the 2nd row is the hardest spot that you want to be in, because you don't want to roll out quicker than the leader and have him check up and him not go, and then you have to check up. So that is going to be the key here, is to get some good restarts from the 2nd row for Jesse Little.
Well, Phil, that's good advice, but this time it didn't work out very well.
No, that was a pretty bad restart right there for Jesse Little. But again, we're only 50 laps into this race, has plenty of time. You see him right now battling Taylor Cusick. He actually lost a spot to Brandon McReynolds on that restart. Now going to lose another one.
Freightliner of Arizona on that Ford for Taylor Cusick. He will take over that spot from Jesse Little. So Little goes from the outside of the 2nd row, and that restart didn't pay off, so he'll lose a spot. And now he's getting some pressure from behind from the number 9 and the 6.
Yeah, both the Bruncati cars. Dylan Lupton in the 9 car, James Bickford in the 6 car right there.
Mayhew right behind Pursley. I'm just wondering, obviously I think David Mayhew would get to the front of the field if he could, but I'm wondering if he's pacing himself a bit. We will have a halftime break tonight here in this race. It's a 150 lapper, and as you said, controlling those tires is certainly one of the things that drivers have to do.
Yeah, and the important thing, Ray, is the fact that they're not going to be able to change tires at this halftime break. Tire wear is not real significant here because of this new racetrack, new surface, a lot of grip. So these guys will have to run these tires for the full 150 laps.
What a beautiful facility they have here at Kern County Raceway. Great lighting, beautiful, smooth facility, nice for the fans, great amenities up on the concourse level. Just an absolutely picture-perfect short track.
Yeah, this racetrack was actually started a number of years ago, and during the economic downturn back in the late 2000s, the production was halted on this facility, but a new ownership group came in and finished this place and did a masterful job.
They sure did.
Talking about James Bickford here doing a nice job here. His last 4 starts, Ray, his worst finish is 4th.
So many talented young drivers in the K&M Pro Series, Phil, East and West, and Bickford, one of those drivers that has really stood out to me as adapting well to a lot of these racetracks that he's never seen before.
Yeah, really struggled a little bit early on here with this season. His first top 10 finish was in the 3rd race of the year. He had a 10th, then he strung off a bunch of top 10 finishes, only 1 finish outside the top 2. Trouble on the racetrack. The 14, Richard Long Jr. is around.
Looks like he's going to get it rolling again, so we will stay. Nope, we're going to have a caution. They will throw the yellow flag once again as Rich DeLong's Country Girl race car spun out coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, I think the NASCAR officials were trying to see if he could get it refired, and about the time they decided to go ahead and put the caution out is when he got it refired and moved away.
So he does have that thing rolling once again. Should be a short caution. Doesn't appear that there's any debris on the racetrack. Looks like he just looped it a little bit, but he was pretty close to the racetrack, so I understand that call.
Yeah, I did a nice job of not letting that car move up in front of it. You see our leaders go by. Greg Pursley was the next car to him.
59 laps are complete here. Pursley and Mayhew will once again line up on the front row. Taylor Cusick has moved up past Jesse Little, so he'll have that restart position right behind our leader, Greg Pursley.
Yeah, and the outside is a pretty good place to be for this restart. We've seen Greg Pursley choose the outside each time and able to comfortably get the lead. So Taylor Cusick may be in a situation here where we may be able to have something for David Mayhew on the outside.
We'll see if that number 17 MMI race car can do better on the restart this time. As they come out of turn number 4, they will line up right beside each other. And here goes Pursley. He gets another good jump.
He certainly did. Now Cusick's going to pull up to the outside of Mayhew. Let's see if he can stick there. He has his fender right up alongside David Mayhew's quarter panel.
Here comes Taylor Cusick. He is on the high side. He goes around that number 17, trying to battle for 2nd position, and we've got another good battle for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, I don't think Mayhew wants to give that 2nd position up. Cusick had it that lap. Mayhew's fighting back on the bottom.
David Mayhew stuck to the bottom at a racetrack he knows very, very well. Cusick to the high side. Looks like he's going to take over 2nd spot cleanly.
Taylor Kusick did a nice job of using that outside line there on the restart to grab that second spot.
I'll tell you, Jesse Little has been using the bottom, and he's been doing it really well. We'll see if that can pay off for him, as now he tries to make a charge to the inside of Brandon McReynolds in the Napa car.
How about Dylan Lupton now, the 9 car up to the 4 spot right behind Mayhew, side by side for 5th.
Good battle between Jesse Little and Brandon McReynolds.
Jesse doing a nice job sticking with Brandon down there on the bottom. Right now it looks like the top groove is the way to go. Jesse Little now has a bit of a hole there to get in. He's got it.
Let's get more on Taylor Kusick. Back to the pit area and Heather.
The number 42 of Taylor Kusick is making his return after taking the summer off. As you guys can see, he started 7th and has worked his way all the way up into 2nd. Now he makes the return to the series with a new crew chief and a new team. His crew chief, Travis Sharp, told him earlier, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he'll be able to get up front before he knows it.
He's already there.
Yeah, he's done very, very well up into 2nd. Here, continuing that battle, Jesse Little stuck to the bottom, trying to get beside the number 9 of Dylan Lupton. Can he hold that position? Looks like Lupton's going to have the advantage this time through the center of the corner.
Yeah, Jesse's car is very good on the bottom of the racetrack. We saw him make the move around Brandon McReynolds, now trying to do the same thing around Dylan Lupton. Jesse moves up the racetrack trying to get a little bit more of that banking. Squeezing the 9 of Lupton, trying to move him up the hill a little bit.
New Hampshire, a fast racetrack where he got his victory, Phil, but obviously a very different layout than what we see here.
About as flat as a tabletop is Loudon, New Hampshire.
Progressive banking here at Kern County Raceway gives these guys options, and it's been fun to watch tonight as we're heading towards the halfway break here in this evening's Bakersfield 150.
Caught a little bit of brake rotor glow out of the 9 of Dylan Lupton that last lap. You see the right front brake rotor glowing on that car. Now he's going to move to the inside of Mayhew.
Here he goes down across the start-finish line, trying to use the bottom of the racetrack. Mayhew running in 3rd, and hard on the brakes was Dylan Lupton. That time we even saw some smoke.
Caution on the racetrack. You see a car around. I believe that's Rich DeLong Jr. once again. The 14 car at the exit of turn 2. That it is.
Looks like he got some lightning in the box for the 2nd time tonight.
We're inside of about 5 laps from the scheduled halftime break.
Guys have got to be talking to their crew chiefs right now on the radio saying, here's what I think I need for adjustments to try to make this thing a little bit better in the second half. As you said, Phil, no tire changes.
Yeah, the guys will be allowed, as you see the pace car bringing the field down pit road, they will be allowed to do what they would do on a normal pit stop.
All right, we'll be back with more from the Bakersfield 150 after this. It's been a track that's been dominated by one driver, Greg Pursley, here in the K&N Pro Series West, and we are ready to go back to racing after the halftime break tonight. Pursley on the outside, Taylor Kusick down to the inside, and we're back to green flag.
Another good restart by Greg Pursley. Looks like Kusick spun his tires just a little bit. One thing I've noticed, Ray, is that David Mayhew did not retain his starting position, so he must have had to do some extended work on his car during the halftime break there. He did not get to restart where he was running.
Yeah, David Mayhew started at the back of the pack here this evening, so we want to find out just exactly what did go on down in the pits during our halftime break. For more on that, let's get back trackside to Heather.
Now, guys, during that halfway break, pit road was busy. Now, for the number 26 and 97, our leaders, they had no adjustments. Their cars were good. But for the number 17, he had a problem with power steering that they had to fix. So, as you notice, he did drop back, but he's making his way back to the front. Also, the number 9 of Dylan Lupton, they thought they had a broken sway bar link, but everything seems to be okay with that car. So, they're going to keep racing to try to get a win here at Kern County Raceway.
Well, thank you, Heather. Yeah, a steering box problem could be a big deal on a track like this because you got some fast speeds here tonight, Phil.
Yeah, you certainly do. You certainly wouldn't want to have to run around this racetrack as we watched Jesse Little battle Greg Pursley without power steering. So hopefully they were able to make the repairs on that 17 car for Mayhew, and he'll be okay to the end.
As we said earlier, Mayhew has got to make something happen in the championship points if he's going to have any chance of getting a title this year. Pursley has had the incredible consistency, and Dylan Lupton's been right there with him.
Yeah, Greg Pursley had one finish outside the toe. A little bit of contact. Jesse Little got into the left rear quarter panel of Pursley. Started to say Greg Pursley only had one finish outside the top 10, and that was our last start when he had to change a battery.
I'll tell you what, Jesse Little is not giving up. Here he goes. He's got the nose down inside once again. He'll use the bottom of the racetrack. Pursley with some good momentum coming off the corner.
We've seen Jesse Little pass some cars down there on the bottom of the racetrack. You know he has a good car down there. Greg Pursley is content to run up in that second lane.
Only a half of a car length down below Pursley was he that time. But Jesse Little has put some serious pressure on the guy who's been out front throughout the course of the evening.
Long way to go to in this race. Over 70 laps left here.
Brandon McReynolds back there with the Brancati cars. That is the 9 of Lupton down to the inside. Bickford on the high side. Brandon trying to make a pass on Dylan Lupton.
Yeah, James Bickford now is up to the 4th spot here. Good run for that youngster.
Kuzik set back there in 3rd. He's about 4 car lengths behind. And here goes Jesse Little. He's going to try once again on Greg Pursley. He's got the bottom of the racetrack down the back straightaway. Can he hold the momentum up?
Yeah, Jesse's doing all he can do right now. You see Greg Pursley has him pinched down to the bottom. Looks like Jesse wants that lead.
Spotter's got to be telling Pursley inside. Now at your door. Here he goes down the back straightaway with good run off the corner goes the 97. Little looks like he can stay right by his side. Look at this. Great battle. Pursley to the high side. He'll come up off the corner.
Dead even as they exit turn number 4 here. Great battle going on for the lead.
Scoring said Pursley led that lap. To my eyes, it was hard to tell.
Looks like Jesse Little has a bit of a edge now, about a half a car length as they get down to turn number 3. I think Jesse's going to get it.
NASCAR Technical Institute on the hood of the 97 and put him down as the leader tonight here at Kern County.
Boy, you know that's got to make Jesse Little feel good here. A series that his father was a champion in back in the day.
And now Little busts out about a 2 car length lead over Greg Pursley. Now it's to 3 car lengths. Changing the leadership here at Bakersfield. We need another commercial break.
After I